Welcome back to Horror Story Tapes. Working the graveyard shift in an empty building usually just means fighting the urge to fall asleep. However, when the motion sensors trigger in a pitch-black room and there is no one else on the schedule, you might realize you have been locked inside with a maniac. Today we are looking at 3 bone-chilling true night shift encounters that will make you rethink working after dark. Lock your doors and let's dive in. Our first tape comes from an employee who constantly took the night shift in a corporate office building, enjoying the peacefulness of being the only person on the floor. But on a Friday night, around 2 o'clock in the morning, the silence was broken. He heard the sound of a random crack in the walls, followed by the unmistakable noise of a computer starting up. Knowing he was supposed to be completely alone, he stood up on his chair and saw the glare of a computer monitor shining from a cubicle on the opposite side of the dark room. He foolishly yelled out to see if anybody was there, and the glaring light of the monitor instantly turned off, plunging that side of the room back into darkness. Terrified, he turned off his own desk lamp and tiptoed toward the stairway exit. As he neared the door, his worst fears were confirmed. He spotted a man dressed in all black crouched down behind a plant in the corner of the room. The narrator quietly slipped into the stairwell and began to descend, but quickly heard the door above him aggressively push open, followed by manic, echoing footsteps chasing him fast down the stairs. He sprinted to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and made it out the front door before calling the cops and his boss. His boss confirmed no one else was scheduled to work, and though the police scanned the building from top to bottom, they found absolutely no one. If an office building sounds isolating, our next tape proves that a massive supermarket can be just as terrifying. A night restock worker was scheduled for a 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift at a local grocery store, expecting to work alongside a coworker named Terry. After realizing Terry was missing, the narrator called him, only to find out Terry had called in sick and was at home in bed. The narrator realized he was entirely alone. Yet, the back delivery door's stopper had been mysteriously kicked outside. While stocking the bread aisle, a loud crash echoed across the shopping floor. He looked down the center aisle and spotted a man dressed in black walking past. The narrator yelled out and jogged toward the front of the store to confront the intruder. He found the man half hidden behind a shelf with his mouth hanging open, silently waving the narrator over. Disgusted and terrified, the worker locked himself in his car and called 911. The police arrived, searched the aisles, and eventually arrested the strange man, who simply claimed he was looking for a snack. However, as the officers walked the intruder out to the police car, he shot the narrator a menacing, threatening smile that the worker would never forget. Our final tape takes us to the eerie, echoing hallways of a local high school. The narrator worked as a night janitor, and because the school's second floor was shaped like a U, he could easily see across the courtyard to the other side of the building. While mopping a social studies classroom completely alone, he suddenly noticed the lights flip on in a classroom on the exact opposite side of the school. A man in his 30s or 40s with black facial hair walked over to the window and stared straight across the courtyard at the janitor. Chills ran through the narrator's body as the strange man slowly raised his hand and began waving at him. The janitor quickly pulled his blinds shut in a panic. When he lifted them to peek again just seconds later, the light in the other classroom was already turned off. Realizing the man was likely on his way over, the janitor ran down the stairs and straight out the back door, abandoning his shift to save his own life. The most disturbing part came later, when security cameras were reviewed. The footage revealed that the man had emerged from the school's basement, wandered the halls to look at the janitor, and then went back down into the basement. The man was never found down there, leaving the chilling possibility that he discovered a hidden room or secret exit in the depths of the school. So before you clock in for your next graveyard shift, remember to check your blind spots. Because an empty building is the perfect hunting ground. Which of these 3 night shift encounters chilled you the most? The office stairwell chase, the supermarket stalker, or the waving man in the high school? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to help the archive grow, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss another tape. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.